Hey Aries, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. We're doing a general reading, traditional tarot. I'm already shuffled. Gonna cut the deck from the bottom of the deck. Overall for the reading, we have Page of Air. Learning, school, possibly, intellectual pursuits. It can also be learning how to communicate your truth. Yeah, having a truth and learning how to communicate it, considering how to communicate it. The page might be a child. The page is typically a student or someone who's just learning something. And the air, of course, is communication, truth, intellectual understanding. That's why it's a student card, right? Hitting the books. But this is about communicating a truth, communication. Wanting to say your piece. She looks pretty comfortable though, honestly, talking here. I would expect our page to be a little bit more hesitant. It's like the truth is here for a short period of time. Or grasp or understanding of the truth is here for a short period of time. But it's something that they've never talked about or spoken of before, or at least not in a very long time. But somebody here has some sort of truth, and it's air, it's communication, so it's a little bit of like, say your truth even if your voice shakes card, right? Okay. Over on Vimeo, I will have a relationship reading also over there. That seemed to work out well for me. I liked that method or that arrangement last time. So if you want to join me over there, the link will be in the description box. If you have any problems, email me about it. That is also in the description box. All right, moving on with this reading. Here's your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? Environment, to-do list, possible outcome. Oh my goodness. We have 5 people here, my little paper dolls, and 3 major arcana, and that's it. This Aries, this is, what? This is, it's not looking like a very tiny little storyline. It's not like, yeah, holy. The rest is earth and water. So emotion and reality. We just have this air here. This is the most amount of people I've ever seen in a spread in all of my 10, 11 years of reading, whatever it is. Yeah, I've never quite seen this many. So, this is a lot of people here. In the recent past, we have Knight of Earth. Knight of Earth, a lot of preparation, a plan, a preparation. There's like a foundational element here. We have like, a fungus that's, the fungus arrives overnight, but it's part of an extremely long history in an established forest or an established area. They just pop up, but that's not any indication of how long they've been working behind the scenes, right? So Knight of Earth, Knights are communication, but our Knight of Earth doesn't communicate very much, very often until they do. It comes out of a lot of growth, a lot of history. This person has a long history, a lot of growth, a lot of real world growth, but the Knight of Earth doesn't typically communicate. It's like the existence of the person is a communication in itself. These are all little saints. They all have like little halos. Well, not all of them, but we got a couple halos here. The saints of tarot. So a page, this is a person learning to speak their truth, possibly learning new concepts, new ideas. This has a lot of history behind it, but there could be like sudden communication about a long plan, something that's gone on for a very long time. And there's been like silent growth. This person has been this person has been silently growing something or doing something. There's some sort of element of discarded wisdom that this person sits within. There's an element of, like, once a year this person speaks or something. There could be something about 7 or 8 years, 9 years, 10 years of past growth here, or past. So something from the past here. They're not speaking. Your current situation, you have Elder of Water. So currently, this could be you or someone else in the situation. There's so many people here. This looks like a group of people. It could be a family with sort of like the Knight of Earth, the history and background here. Could be family situation. It's just really fascinating. So we have Elder of Water. This is like King of Cups. This is someone who they are able to communicate. They're able to balance things. They've grown from the past. Both the Knight of Earth and this Elder of Water have a lot of things in common to me right now. They're both like have grown from the past, from past hardship. This Elder of Water has seen a lot. They do not communicate all that they know and all that they see. This person has leadership, guidance. There could be something associated with music. This is a person who has a teacher qualities, therapist qualities. They are emotionally mature. They can handle their liquor. They know what to do. I mean, handle their water, handle their emotions. They can hold their emotions. It's a little bit like liquor, right? Like, we can get pretty intoxicated by emotions. It can have a strong effect on us. They can make us, they can kind of take over. They're very important to listen to. Hugely important information comes through our emotions. I consider them like another sense, another bodily sense when we're feeling something. It's information coming in, and what we do with that information is a decision that we make. And this one takes in the information, can digest the information. Oh, this is reminding me of like the emotional digestive tract, right? So we're taking in a lot of emotional stimuli, a lot of emotions, and some of it's toxic, so we need to get rid of it very quickly, or express it, or get something out very quickly. Other emotional situations can be more nutritious, and we need to be absorbing what we can from them, and sort of milking them for all the nutrients and life-giving nutrients that they have. So this is an older person, or a guide, some sort of emotional guide. It might be a therapist or something. And then you are showing up, your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape. I'm going to call you Elder of Earth. This is King of Pentacles. This is success, slow, and we have it after Knight of Earth. So in the past, you maybe were looking at a plan, looking at the future, growing from things. And then what you're thinking of, what you're hopeful, what you want to see yourself as, or what you want to be, is now an Elder of Earth, a King of Earth. Or this could be someone you're thinking about, or it could be someone you're afraid of. This person is very well established. They have a lot of wisdom. They did not take shortcuts. There's no get rich quick scheme. Again, we have all of these have a lot under the surface. Actually, every single person here, except for Page of Air, has a huge amount. We also have, I'll just tell you, we've got Knight of Earth, Elder of Earth, Queen of Water, Elder of Water. So King and Queen of Cups, and Knight and King of Pentacles, basically, in other words. So this whole top row is people, and they all have quite a bit going on under the surface, but no one has as much going on underneath the surface as you do. Or as this Elder of Earth does. This Elder of Earth is almost completely foundational, almost completely. They have created such a foundation. They are like the roots of the whole forest. And we had this Knight of Earth coming up out of those roots. growing suddenly out of the foundational element, the fungus, the foundational element of your environment. But this elder of earth is now the foundation, is completely the foundation here. They are, yeah, there's just a lot beneath the surface. And the Knight of Earth is someone who's not talking, that's in the past, is not talking about everything that's beneath the surface. Okay, I'm going to just talk about these different people in a different way, I think. There's so much, there's a foundation here. And maybe that's why the Knight of Earth wasn't talking, is they wanted to feel more solid. But there's so much that's gone unsaid, so much beneath the surface here. There is someone here that is emotionally able to handle this. This Elder of Earth has put a lot of work in, a lot of planning into something. A lot has gone into this. A lot of planning has gone into this. They have laid a wonderful, amazing foundation for future growth. And maybe the growth, usually our Elder of Earth or our King of Pentacles, we're experiencing all the growth. But here I see sort of a grassland. In a native grassland, the roots are unbelievably deep. Like, you know, our little lawns have like root systems that are just this big, but in like native grasslands, the roots can be 20, 30 feet down. And that's what I'm seeing, is this incredibly strong foundation, right? And the further down they are, the more they can withstand anything that goes on up here. So what we have on the surface with this Elder of Earth isn't a lot. I mean, and this whole thing though is like about talking about everything in the foundation, everything that's gone on before, all the experiences that have gone on before, this massive foundation. So our grassland may not look as impressive as the sequoia forest, but the truth is underneath all of that, the depth underneath all of that, and the security underneath all of that, it goes down very far. There's a sense of security with the Elder of Earth here. This isn't a shallow root system where, you know, a storm comes through and it's just like, whoop, here are my roots, they're up in the air, the whole tree fell over. This root system is so deep that that it's not, this, whatever grows here isn't going to be like uprooted easily. So that's sort of you. That might be something you're looking for. That might be exactly who you are. There might be something you're hopeful for, but that could also be someone that you might be worried about. Someone who has these deep roots. The Elder of Earth is really the last person you need to worry about, but they're very, very well established and very secure in who they are, and very secure in where they are, very well rooted, I want to say. So what's the issue here is the moon in reverse. So this is talking about things you know and things you can't know, a sense of possible illusions. Right, the moon can represent intuition and illusions, and it is really hard sometimes to know the difference between those, right? So that's why intuition is always a trust but verify situation. But the moon in reverse is about things being revealed. And we had this page of air, this person just learning to talk about something. And here we have this person who's not talking about quite a bit in the past. And here we have just this huge amount of stuff in the past here. It's very well rooted. That could be you, but the moon in reverse could be coming out of illusion, or it could be illusions. It could be you withholding information from other people. I would say this is a new moon here. This is new moon energy, not full moon energy, where there's a lot that can't be seen in the situation. But we were already getting that with this Elder of Earth, so much underneath the surface. A lot that can't be seen, maybe work that can't be seen, or beliefs that can't be seen, or things that haven't been spoken about, things that haven't been revealed. Yeah, we have the Knight of Earth, which is the most silent night. Nights are about communication, the throat chakra. Knight of Earth is the one that's outside of that, the outlier there. So this whole thing is about communication, and the moon in reverse is what hasn't been revealed and what hasn't been discussed, what hasn't been seen. So you could be in the middle of like a communication crisis. You're trying to build something long and stable. You do have an assistant here, or someone here helping you a little bit. But the moon is about things that information could be coming forward, information that hasn't been talked about, information that's been withheld, either intentionally or on accident. There's been maybe a lack of information. It's got new moon energy where it's like the intention is there, but the reality isn't seeable. But oddly, we have the moon here, but in your environment, we have the sun. So we have full revelation coming to you, all the information that you need to grow. There's a break in the clouds here. All this stuff under the surface, it's like an entire world underneath the surface. And it finally, something breaks through the clouds. Something breaks through all of this, like, right, all of this like subterranean energy. We have this like underwater, under earth. This one's like half underwater energy. And this one's like been under subterranean, not talking, had something they could say, but not, but it could be also a longer plan and just not talking about that plan. But so this is like emerging as some sort of, could be communication, might not be communication. This one doesn't really talk very much, but they emerge. I don't know what, they emerge. But here's the sun. Sun's shining down into this whole forest situation where we have had a lot of darkness, a lot of not seeing things. There's information coming through that looks like it's going to be very good for you. The sun is the happiest card in the deck, but that's a little bit because it's coming after, it's breaking through some sort of heavy unseeability. I almost see that this moon, this may not even have been like a new moon energy. This could be just clouded over energy. And now we have a break in the clouds where we can see the moon, even though it's called the sunlight. We can see the moon and see it's like this life-giving light is shining on this little tree, this little page that's trying to grow and trying to learn and trying to figure out and trying to do things. So there's some sort of like light coming through here. I'm almost seeing it more as a star card, but it is the sun card, which is like everything you need to know. Cards are out on the table here and everything you need to know coming in. So your to-do list, Queen of Water, this is about exploring your feelings. There isn't a lot of like, the communication is coming to you. It's been withheld and now it's coming to you. Or not withheld, or it's been unseeable. The truth, the information has been unseeable and now you can see it. And your only job right now is to really think about how you feel. And maybe outwardly you were like handling it and like managing things and like, okay, I'm managing these emotions, but inwardly you might have had a lot more going on, a lot beneath the surface here. And our Queen of Water has a lot going on beneath the surface. There is a lot of, again, there's a lot of beauty that comes in here. There could, again, be messages coming in here that are having an effect on you. There's a tumultuous emotional energy, but even within that, there's a lot of growth. There's, I almost see like a little bit of Pisces here. There's, and then this hummingbird. There could just be some moments that you need to take to yourself to process your feelings and your emotions about something. And if you need to rely on this King of Cups or this Elder of Water, you go ahead and do that. Because this King of Cups will have already been through a Queen of Water energy. So yeah, but Queen of Water or Queen of Cups is about like, how do you feel? What's in your heart? How do you feel about something? And I think this is really about getting clear on how you feel. This is really interesting too. All of this whole top deck here, top layer, has a lot of stuff going on subterraneanly. But this bottom deck has a lot of breakthroughs. Everything here is breaking through clouds, has clarity. So the whole top is talking about like a lot underneath the surface. And then, oh look, we got a little sun here too. A lot underneath the surface. Hold on. Okay, I'm just hoping I may have fixed the sound here. Talking about like page of air, like, hey, trying to communicate here, but maybe not doing a very good job. Maybe that was for me. But anyway, I don't think that this is a mistake about what this reading is about, because we have this subterranean stuff, a lot under the surface, And then we have a lot more clarity coming in here. You getting clear on how you feel, information getting clear, you sort of, and this could be like having a break from your emotions, or having like a sense of like relief from your emotions. Like after the trauma is past, now you have, or after the event, or after something's gone, now you have a moment to really feel what you felt. So it almost seems like there are moments here where you need to kind of dip in and dip down. It may not be like the whole thing, but making sure you're checking in with yourself occasionally. And this hummingbird here is really catching my attention. And hummingbirds can fly backwards, they can fly forward. They have like, they're almost like little helicopters or drones that can go in any direction. So, but then they also like have like a quick entry and quick exit into situations. Like they move very quickly and they dart around. So you may have like multiple emotions going on, and you may want to just like dip into them, get a little taste of that feeling. And I like, this kind of shows like someone who's like kind of like really going through an emotional process. But the hummingbird here is talking about like doing little taste tests of your emotions, or like if you have something you have to take or have something you have to do, there's like little just a little bit at a time maybe kind of energy. That's what I'm getting here. But there is like, this whole bottom deck has a breaking through some sort of clouds. So, and then in your future we have judgment. So this is the past coming back. This is a rising up out of a situation with a lot of clarity. Again, it's just echoing the Sun card. There's just a lot of clarity, emotional clarity, moving forward clarity, moving on to the next level with lessons learned from this one. And this moon card in reverse is talking to me about some clarity coming in, possibly some communication, maybe some hesitant communication coming in, because this is all about a breakthrough, clarity, breaking through, understanding something much more clearly than you have before. And judgment is like, you may end up back in a situation again, but you'll be totally different, totally transformed, and what hurt you before will not hurt you again. Again, we're having these like waves here. This is really fascinating. Like this revelation may bring, this revelation is this break in the clouds, but those clouds aren't to be ignored. And what those clouds did, and how those clouds, what those clouds created and what those clouds brought, isn't to be ignored. You won't be able to ignore it, but you will be growing from it. That'll be a choice that you need to make. There is resurrection, but you're totally different. It's a totally different format. There could be a sense of rising above a situation. I see more of a phoenix vibe here, as far as like, you know, you need to do a bit of a deep dive into your emotions, or shallow, or, you know, momentary, transitory. Like, that's a little bit of what I'm seeing, is like, you need to feel your emotions. You can stay there all day, or you can just take a little sip of it and move on. But the thing is, the judgment is like a chance to redo something, a chance to revisit something, maybe a do-over, but it's different. It's very different this time. And what harmed you before won't harm you now. And you're going to be able to rise above the situation in the past. Which I think this Elder of Earth inside of you, this King of Pentacles, this success-focused inner landscape that you have, I think it will appreciate the judgment, the return, the insight, the chance to do something over, the renewed energy, even though it's going to look totally different than the original. All right, let's do some synchronicity cards. I love it when they I like that. You guys, oh my God, look at what we got. Joy, we got the hummingbird. The hummingbird here that I went on and on about, it's right here. That is really fun. I love that. Oh my gosh. Number 22, joy, hummingbird spirit, right? And it's matching the sun card here as far as like joy, happiness, clarity, and just we're talking synchronicity cards. We've got the hummingbird right here. So, and maybe that's what you're feeling is this, is joy, and you're being told to really indulge that and milk that. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is lovely. And then we have bear spirit healing. So that's really beautiful as well. Maybe taking some time to heal. I feel like that's a lot of what's going on here too, is healing something. And that's also what's going on here too. It doesn't look like healing, but I get a healing vibe, the Phoenix vibe. This is fun. Oh my gosh, this hummingbird spirit joy, that has certainly brought me a lot of joy. Look, they're even like in the same like position. It's just like a little close up of this hummingbird. It's so fun. Oh my gosh. And then this healing, I feel like that's what's happening in this judgment card, this healing from the past, healing from something, you know, like there's a lot of clarity coming in now. Everything that needs to be known is known. Everything that needs to be done is done. And it's here to clear out the past, to heal from the past. It's like the X-ray reveals something, and then now the healing can begin. Whatever's been bothering you, whatever's been sort of stuck in there, whatever's been, you know, oh yeah, I can't, this Knight of Earth and this bear spirit healing, like there's something about hibernating, like some problem or some issue that's been hibernating is now coming out to be cleared and healed. And that's exactly sort of the sun and the judgment. And the sun is, it doesn't say, but the sun, the judgment is card number 20, and the sun, I think, is card number 19. I don't have the numbers on here. But the world is 21. And so I think the sun is 19. So we have like 19 and 20 right here. So in this process of things coming to light and healing from them, and this is you feeling that. So there might be a break in the clouds, relief, joy, but also in the middle of that this joy may be very healing, but this thing that was very subterranean and not spoken about may be healed. The communication issue maybe healing, and it might be healing for you to talk about it, even though it might be scary to talk about. And then a prayer for you. Actually, I like to cut this deck because I only want one. Control over the situation. Earnest elephant, gentleness, temperance, goodwill, pillar of patience and kindness, bless my heart with your gentle nature. That's really beautiful. I feel like that goes along with the healing vibe here. So I hope that was helpful. Join me over on Vimeo for a relationship focused reading if you'd like. Otherwise, we'll just chat again later. Ciao.